I had a few extra minutes here. I got to go pick up my daughter from golf in just a little bit here, but I thought I would show you something. I was working on a guitar course this morning, and this lick always comes up, like you study 70s rock or 80s rock, whatever it might be. And what I wanted to show you is something kind of cool that you can do with this once you've learned the lick, and you want to convert it into something else or make it something a little more interesting. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. And then you can watch this. It'll post to YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and you can post it anytime you want. Or you can rewatch it anytime you want. So let's take a look at this once. It's a very straightforward idea, but the lick itself sometimes is hard for people to do. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come up to the 15th fret and the 12th fret. Hey, Dorn. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to play 15 to 12 as a pull-off. Hey, Nolan. And then I'm going to go to the 15th fret of the second string and then go back to that 12. And that's what I want to focus on today, is showing you that and then how you can kind of edit it from there. Hey, Marty. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Dave. My Logify. Black Scorpion is here from Germany. Vince is here. How you doing, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going live for just a few minutes here just to show you a lick that might help you. I didn't have a chance to go live yesterday for the Monday Guitar Motivation, so I thought it'd be fun just to go live, show you this really quick, and see if this is something that you could use, okay? So let's take a look at this once. So again, I'm up here on 15. I'm doing this pull-off from 15 to 12. And then I'm going to go to 15 on the second string, and then back to the 12. And that's where the trick is going to be. And I know you've heard this lick a billion times, and some of you probably can do this just fine. But for everybody else, that's why I want to talk about this. And then, like I said, I want to show you how we can convert this into something a little more interesting that might work better for you if you have a hard time with this. Although I would say if you have a hard time with it, certainly keep trying to work on it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do that pull-off. Now here's the trick, is playing this 15 on the second string and this 12 on the first string. And what you want to do is you want to push through those two notes with your guitar pick like you're playing a chord. Okay? We don't want to do what I call chicken picking, which is picking the pick up and setting it back down. What you want to learn to do, this is the trick, is pressing on this 15 and this 12. And again, you could be in any key. But I'm going to push through like a chord. Now, it sounds terrible, and I wouldn't want both those notes to ring out, but that's the idea. I'm not doing that. I'm pushing that guitar pick through. And what's going to happen here is I'm going to take the tip of my index finger, and I'm going to lightly touch the second string with the tip of my index finger. So as I push this pick through, what I do is as soon as I start picking that first string, again, this is all happening in one push. I'm playing the second string and the first string both with one push. And as I push through that first string, this finger comes off and it separates the two notes. So you're getting two notes for the price of one guitar pick pushing through. You can't make this fast if you do this. You won't be able to make that fast. So the goal is to, yes, it would be considered, Smiley, you son of a, says, would it be considered sweep picking? It really would. I mean, I think of it as strumming. Like, you're just pushing the pick through. That's the trick, is you got to push that pick through. But in the process of pushing that pick through those two strings, you want one note to fall off so it sounds like two different notes. Not this, but this. So that's the trick to this lick. So if we started the lick right here and we push through those, then the guitar pick is going to be sitting down here. So then what we want to do is we want to play the 15 with an up strum. You see that? So now you're getting three notes for the price of one down and one up. And here's the other part, is once you've done that up and you play that 15, you want to do a pull-off so you can start all over. So now you're going to get four notes for one down and one up. Okay? Now, the first part of this is learning how to press through those two, right? You got to push through those. And it doesn't have to be super fast. The goal is just make sure that you're pushing it like a sweep pick. You're pushing it through, and you're not picking up the pick and then setting it back down. You're pushing through. If you need to wait See how I'm pushing on that first string? You see, that's one thing that you can do is if it's hard for you to do it fast, it's okay to go slow, but don't stop the pick in the center. Stop when you hit that first string and you hold it there and then you push through. So you can train yourself to push those two notes at the same time. And then remember, then what you're doing is you're taking this finger off when you're pushing through that first string. This finger comes off. The tip of the index finger is killing that second string, so it separates those two notes. Once you get comfortable with that, then you want the up strum to happen on the 15. And then you're going to do your pull off. And that's how you create that lick, and it's a really important lick because we use it all the time. It's kind of a traditional lick, but again, it's hard to do if you're thinking of it. If you try and do that picking up of the guitar pick in between there, it's not going to work for you. So you want to make sure that you're pushing through. Okay? Now, once you've established that, now let's talk about a couple of things really quick, and then I got to go. But you could make this more interesting for yourself by changing some of the notes. So, for instance, instead of playing 15, maybe I'll play 17. See, the cool thing about learning licks like this is that once you've established the technical aspect of it, you can change it into whatever you want. You see? So I might play 15-12 like I'm doing now, or I might play 17-12. So I'm playing 17-12. That 15 is still that 15. But I could play two 17s. Then it sounds almost like a Dimebag Darrell kind of thing where I'm playing 17-12 and 17. Because this note is getting repeated. Now I'm playing 14, 12, 15. So you see there's lots of different ways that you can kind of rearrange this lick to make it more interesting to fit what you want it to sound like. But the trick is, as Artie says, it's hard to get it smooth, which Artie is absolutely right. The big thing is you got to go slow, and you have to learn how to push that pick through those two strings. Because you're going slow, don't allow yourself to lift the pick, but instead push through that, okay? Take your time and just practice. And it's okay if it's disjointed. It's okay if the rhythm isn't exactly right. When you first start just trying to get the execution, just getting those two notes to sound right. Jude says, my metronome is set to crawl. Yeah, and it's okay. You just keep pushing through that until you get those to line up. See, I'm pushing through, and then I'll start pulling that up strum. And then that pull-off gives me a freebie to get ready to start all over again. Now, you might use two different fingers. That's entirely up to you. And like I said, the cool thing then is you can start switching it out. However you like, okay? You could go this direction. And, again, if you know your positions of your pentatonic or whatever it is you're using. So I could move down and use 15 and 10, and then have 12 be my center note. There's just a lot of different things that you can do with that, okay? So anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time, and again, I do have to go as well, but I wanted to give you something that you can practice for this week that might be kind of fun for you. And again, just take your time, I remember working with this and being really frustrated when I was younger, but the trick really is pushing through those two strings and then being able to catch the up strum and then do that pull off and then push through, grab the up strum, and just keep doing that, all right? So thank you, everybody. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you need to watch it again, it'll be on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and hopefully that will help you a little bit, all right? So take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon.